Is the Greater Toronto Area finally a buyer's market, or do sellers still have the upper hand? Let's get right into it, look at the numbers, and find out. Hi everyone, and welcome back to Everything Toronto. And for those new to the channel, I'm Fred Renna, a local real estate broker right here in Toronto, Ontario. So let's get right into it. The average price of a home in the GTA recorded by the Toronto Regional Real Estate Board for the month of September hit $1,107,291, an increase of 3.1% from August. Now, this increase was expected due to seasonality, as there's usually a bump in September since the summer months are typically slow. But compared to September of last year, it's down 1.1%. And when you compare it to September of 2022, it's up 1.9%. This trend is similar to what happened in the city of Toronto last month. Both the city itself and the GTA experienced month-over-month increases and small decreases year-over-year. So this raises the question, are we really in a buyer's market? It seems like prices haven't budged much, so do buyers have the upper hand? We'll dig a little deeper into that later in this video. TREB recorded 18,089 new listings in the GTA, the highest it's been since May of 2022. This is an increase of 44.2% month over month and 9.4% year over year. It's also up 60.3% compared to September of 2022. Now let's look at total active listings, which is where things get interesting. The GTA saw an enormous 25,612 active listings in September, an increase of 13.1% month over month, and a huge increase of 35.4% year over year. And compared to 2022, it's up a whopping 89.2%. So now we know that inventory is no longer an issue in the GTA, but are buyers jumping back in? Let's find out. There were 4,996 properties sold in September, resulting in a minuscule increase of 0.4% month over month, and up 7.6% compared to September of last year. And it's slightly down 0.1% compared to 2022. And the average days on market, which is the average number of days a home sits on the market until it sells, was recorded at 27 days in September. This is down 1 day month over month, but it's up 7 days year over year, and it's up 4 days compared to 2022. So it's basically taking longer to sell a home in the GTA than it has been in the past few years. Now let's look at sales to new listings ratio, which is typically used to determine whether we're in a seller's market, a buyer's market, or a balanced market. And just so we're all on the same page, the sales to new listings ratio is calculated by dividing the number of sales in any given time period, typically a month, by the number of new listings during that same period. The result is then multiplied by 100 to get a percentage. This percentage helps us identify the type of market we're in, and the thresholds are as follows. A result over 60% is considered a seller's market. Between 40 and 60% is a balanced market, and under 40% is a buyer's market. Currently, the GTA's sales to new listings ratio is 39.3%. So based on this result, we should be riding the edge of a buyer's market. But as I mentioned in my Toronto market update, don't take this number at face value. It's just too close to call to be a true buyer's market, and we're not there yet. And based on the numbers we just reviewed, buyers are still finding it difficult to negotiate prices down. So they're not quite in the driver's seat as they would be in a true buyer's market. Instead, we're seeing traits of a balanced market. For now, the reality is that we're well on our way to a buyer's market, and we'll get there very soon. Now I'm going to shift gears for a second. At this point in my update, we usually jump into different housing types. But before we get into that, I want to share the highest selling resale home last month in the GTA outside of Toronto. Now for privacy reasons, I can't share the exact address of this property, but I will highlight the area it's in along with other details of the home. And if you're curious to know the highest selling home within the city of Toronto, along with its September performance, then click the link above to watch my complete Toronto market update. The highest selling home in the GTA outside of Toronto was located in Oakville. It was listed for $10,999,000 and sold at 93% of asking price, selling for $10,200,000. It's a beautiful two-story detached home with nearly 9,000 square feet of living space. It has 5+1 bedrooms and 6 bathrooms and sits on a lot over 1.5 acres. It has a 3-car garage, a finished basement with an in-law suite, and meticulously manicured gardens, along with an in-ground pool. This home was on the market for 3 days. If this house was sold in your area or close to the area you live in, and you want to know the exact address or how it'll impact the price of your home, or if you just want to talk about real estate, then let's connect. And it's pretty simple. Just click the book a call link in the description below It'll take you directly to my calendar where you can find a time that's convenient for you to have a chat with me and my team. Now let's drill down into different housing types in the GTA and analyze how each segment performed. First, we'll look at detached homes, where the average price in September was recorded at $1,423,056, up 0.6% from August and down 1.2% from September of last year, but it's up 3.9% compared to 2022. There were 2,354 detached homes sold last month, up 6.1% month over month and 9.5% year over year. It's also up 0.9% compared to 2022. Next, let's look at semi-detached homes, where the average price in September hit $1,090,749, up 6.3% from last month and down 0.3% from 2023, and it's up 4.6% compared to 2022. There were 446 semi-detached homes sold last month, up 4.4% month over month and 10.9% year over year, but it's down 11% compared to 2022. Next, we'll look at townhomes. The average price for a townhome was recorded at $904,200, an increase of 1.4% month over month and a decrease of 4% year over year, and it's up 0.3% compared to September of 2022. There were 840 townhomes sold in September, down 3.7% month over month, and it's up 13.4% year over year. It's also up 1.2% compared to 2022. Lastly, we'll look at condos, where the average price was recorded at $682,543, up 1.2% month over month and down 3.5% year over year. It's also down 6.6% from 2022. There were 1,312 condos sold in September, a decrease of 7.4% month over month, and a small increase of 0.4% year over year, but it's down the same amount compared to 2022. And there you have it, our GTA market update for this month. And before I leave you, just a quick reminder that if you're thinking of moving or need help figuring it all out, reach out to us anytime. Every day we get calls from people just like you planning their next move. Whether you're moving to, from, or anywhere within the Greater Toronto Area, we've got you covered. Our team is dedicated to providing tailored solutions that match your needs and timeline to help make your move easy and stress-free. So if you're planning a move, feel free to give us a call, send us a text, or even drop us an email. Thanks for watching, subscribing, and liking this video, and don't forget to tap that bell. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.